will be
2 million. All right, we got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Now, if you missed, I'm really sorry. You may have to wait a year to get it right. Oh, man. Never before has so little been asked of so many. No, it's hey, I invite you to stand up if you're feeling like standing, and want to sing the song together. 1, 2, 3, and.
I got up this morning singing, God is so good. Well, I got up this morning singing, God is so good. I got up this morning singing, God is so good.
Everybody.
My God is so good to me.
I'm feeling good down in my soul.
God is so good.
Yeah, I'm feeling good down in my soul.
God is so good.
I'm feeling good down in my soul.
God is so good.
Yeah,
My God is so good to me. And in my time of trouble singing, God is so good. Well, in my time of trouble singing, God is so good. In my time of trouble singing, God is so good.
oh
My God is so good to me.
In my time of triumph, sing it with me. In my time of triumph, I know.
God is so good.
In my time of triumph, I know.
God is so good.
In my time of triumph, I say, God,
God is so good.
oh my God.
God is so good to me. And when the day is over, I'm singing, God is so good. Oh, when the day is over, I'm singing, God is so good. When the day is over, I'm singing, God is so good.
Hey,
My God is so good to me.
play it now. Every day in every way. Try it.
Every day, in every way, God is so good. Oh, every day, in every way, God is so good. Every day, in every way, God is so good.
Well,
My God is so good to me.
I got up this morning singing. I got up
This morning singing, God is so good. I got up this morning singing, God is so good. I got up this morning singing, God is so good.
Well,
My God is so good.
yeah,
My God is so good. My God is so good to me.
right. Well, good morning again, and Carol, I think you're on.
Nope, Mary's here.
Oh, that's right. See, when Bridget's not here, I'm just completely confused what comes where. Bridget, if you're out there, come back, please. Come. Welcome to Mary Myers.
I will be on in a few minutes.
Yes.
Oh, well, good morning. You know, it's just always delightful to be up here and look out there and see y'all. And I know that some of you are out there, wherever there is, on YouTube, and now or later, so welcome to you. I'm Mary Myers. I serve on the Board of Trustees, and here I am to start us off. Good morning. You know, always picking something to read to get us started is kind of fun. I read through so many things to look. I can't imagine being Bridget and doing as long as she does every week and coming up with so many things. I just have to pick one short thing. It takes me forever, you know. But I don't know about you, but sometimes I have trouble feeling hopeful in these times. And so I found this blessing. This is in a book of everyday blessings by Christine Walters-Paintner. And this one is called To Keep Hope Alive. So if you'll join me in just taking a breath and settling in to share these words with me. Dream keeper, bless me with vision to see the possibilities for this hurting and broken world. Help me to remember that hope is not a thing, but an action. I cannot know that what I do is of any consequence, but I know I must do something. Help me walk in trust that I plant seeds others will cultivate, that my kindness ripples out into the world, that justice is necessary, that joy is a sign of your presence, that love is at the foundation of everything. On those days when hope feels so far away, surround me with kindred souls who can help me trust in your goodness when I must let go. And on days when my hope has been amplified, buoyed by art, dreams, conversation, let me carry it for others. Sing to me of hope, beloved, and let me be a note in that melody. Thanks. So, again, welcome to Unity of Albany, where we are a praying community, sometimes individually, sometimes together, and sometimes one-on-one. And we generally have a prayer chaplain or two available if you wanted to share your prayers with someone. And look at the abundance. We have Ginger, we have Jerry, we have Deb, and we have Dave. And they will wait for you, and the people who are not praying will kindly talk quietly amongst themselves or move out towards the lobby or even outside to visit with each other, so those who are praying can have some, you know, some special time with a prayer chaplain. We also have opportunities for written prayer on the little quarter cards that are different colors, which theoretically are near you in wherever you're sitting, and you can jot something down and put it. We have an answer box because they'll be answered, and it's out in the Bradford Street lobby. And then those, after being, we have a whole team of prayer chaplains, some of whom you've probably never seen, but they're out there and they do they gather the prayers, and they are held in the hearts and prayers of them for the month, and then sent on to Silent Unity, which is a place, an actual place where people actually pray over them for another month. So we got you covered. But other than prayer, what's happening at Unity? Well, today is a special day because today we are welcoming back Fairy Elaine Silver, who's going to focus on spiritual economics in song. And that sounds awesome. That sounds much better than reading that spiritual economics book, which is on my shelf. And one of these days I might read it. So I'm gonna, I'm gonna be delighted to hear and listen to what you have to share with us. And then I get to come back, and so do each of you, and even some of you who are watching, but can come in this evening for her 7 p.m. concert of divine music, poetry, and stories. And though that is always, I'm very much looking forward to that, because I could use a real lift, and maybe some of you could too. And if you're already lifted, just bring that on in too. And we just have an abundance of stuff to be grateful for, because if I can calculate correctly, in 2 weeks, we have Mary Verdi coming, maybe? Yes, there we go. And also at 7, with the Flight Trio, which sounds cool, with someone on Eileen Markland on violin and viola, and Adrian Bennett on hand percussion. Sounds good. Yeah, so lots to look forward to. And then, look, we have a corrected slide. This is so awesome. And it's every Thursday afternoon from 1 to 3. We have crafternoons. I know, isn't that so clever? I forget who thought of that, but they're very clever. Crafternoons. And you can bring anything. You know, if you're knitting, if you're painting, if you're quilting. I'm going to bring my little coloring book and markers, because I'm not really a crafter, but I think that sort of counts. So, you know, it's just a nice chance to get together and share what you're doing and do it together, because anything when you do it together sometimes is really better. So that's Thursday. And then today, you don't have to wait for another day or week. Today, after the service, we're going to have the social justice circle, rather. It's not a service. This is the service. So the social justice circle today in the garden room, which is right down the hall. And all of y'all are welcome. You don't have to like sign up or pre-register or any of that. Just come on down and meet and join in their planning, our planning. And then next week, because we just, you know, keep doing stuff, we have Earth Care, and that meets next Sunday after the service to focus on ways that we can work together to care for our Earth. And all of y'all are welcome to that as well. And then meditation will start on Wednesdays in September. Generally take some time off, often after the winter holidays and then in the summer, but that'll be starting again in September on Wednesdays from 6:30 until about 10 of, kind of a short meditation to bring us together and settle in and prepare for what's coming next, which is September classes. Woohoo! You know, we Unitics love a good class, and so we're going to have another one, and this is called The 12 Powers Through Myrtle's Eyes. Yeah, it's going to be fantastic. Yeah, you can join, because you can come 2 ways. This is so awesome. So people who live close enough or who don't mind traveling a little bit can come in person, and that'll be on Wednesdays after the meditation. But for those of you for whom getting here in the evening might not be as easy, we have Tuesdays, a Zoom class. And that one's from 6:30 to 8:30. And the other one is from 7 to 8:30. So I'm not sure why there's the cutoff, but okay. Ginger's going to come up and explain this a little better than I can. She's been in on the planning.
Thank you. Good morning. So the way this works is that Reverend Kelly's going to do the class on Tuesdays online, on Zoom. So you can sign up, and the church is going to put together a a contribution for that, so it's going to be a small contribution if you want to join that class, and she's going to be teaching that. And then on Wednesdays is us getting together in person to discuss that and to really integrate that into our lives. So that's how that works. So you can do the online class on Tuesday. It does. It counts as a membership class. So if you are looking to join our wonderful congregation as a member, then this will count as a membership class for you. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you, Ginger. I had no idea. So, so that's pretty awesome. Yeah, I guess you can do both, or you should do both. I'm not sure, but I think you can choose and or do both. Well, I'm going to do it. I could use some more power. I don't know about you guys, but if they have 12, I'm signing up. All right. Now we're going to take a breath and settle in again for our daily word. And just as an aside, we have daily words available for people, and you can subscribe and get it either online or in the little copy that some of us have. And I just love starting my day daily with the daily word. There's just, I don't know, there's nothing like it. And you'll find all kinds of little underlines in my book because there's always something that's meaningful. So just a little plug for the daily word. Okay. Today's word is prosperity. If you'll join me in saying, I am prosperous in all ways. To be prosperous may include financial wealth and possessions, but it is so much more. It includes spiritual wealth and health, as well as joy and satisfaction. Today, I focus on the ways in which I am prosperous, and I realize the many ways I am blessed. I experience prosperity through my material comforts, but I also feel prosperous through the amazing functioning of my physical body and my active mind. I am prosperous through the spiritual bond I have with God and the deep peace it gives me. I am grateful for my prosperity in its many manifestations. I give thanks I am thoroughly blessed and prospered in mind, body, and soul. And from Isaiah, then you shall see and be radiant. Your heart shall thrill and rejoice, because the abundance of the sea shall be brought to you. The wealth of the nations shall come to you. And once again, I am prosperous in all ways. Thank you so much.
I want to officially welcome Reverend Fairy Elaine Silver.
I think I've sung this here before, but when I was starting off as a musician, and a long time ago, I said I belong singing in church, and I had no idea that I would be singing and actually being guest minister so much. But before I was guest minister a lot, I would sing in a lot of different Unity churches, and when I was just a musician, they would tell me I had to sing the Lord's Prayer. That Our Father, and it's not the easiest song to sing, right? so I.
That's why we gave up on it a long time ago.
Yeah. So I kind of rewrote it a little bit, and it's called Our Father and Mother Waltz, and I turned it into a country waltz. And so I'm going to sing through one time, and then we can all sing it together. But if you already know, most of the words are already. When you were a child.
And Phil back there, I forget whether I did the whole repeat of the song or not. You may have to just go back to the beginning when we get through it. I forget.
Okay, so here we go. Anybody want to dance? Our Father and Mother, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done. Yeah. On earth as it is in heaven. You give us this day our daily bread. You forgive us our debts as we do our debtors. You lead us and guide us and protect us and deliver us from evil and error. For thine is the kingdom, and thine is the power, and thine is the glory, forever and ever. We ready? Our Father and Mother, yeah, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. You give us this day our daily bread. You forgive us our debts, we do our debtors. You lead us and guide us and protect us and deliver us from evil and error. For thine is the kingdom, and thine is the power, and thine is the glory, forever and ever, forever and ever, forever and ever. Amen. So it is.
And we're going to let Carol do a little welcome thing there.
I'm gonna get out of here. Yeah.
Or you say what you are.
I'm gonna. I think
We're
I'm
playing
gonna
musical
stay.
microphones. So this, Bridget, if you're watching or when you're watching, this is how many people it takes to do what you typically do in the morning. So good morning again. Welcome to Unity of Albany. Welcome to all those here in the sanctuary, whether you're here for the first time or this is your 1,000th time or 100,000th time or whatever, and to all of those joining us on the live stream. We want you to know that wherever you are on your spiritual journey, you are warmly welcome here. So Reverend Bridget does this wonderful job of leading us through our vision and mission statements. And last week, Roger and I looked at each other and said, nobody can do it the way Bridget does it. But I'm going to try. at least to emulate what she does. So I'm going to ask you to just take a moment and close your eyes, take a few deep breaths, and envision the world that you would like to see. Take a moment to ask yourself, what does a world transformed look like or mean to you? And so let's say this together. We envision a world transformed through the spiritual awakening of us all. And we're building that vision through actively living our mission statement. And let's say this together. We awaken to and embrace the divine essence of all beings through prayer and service in our community and in the world. And to live up to our vision and mission, we draw on the one power and the one presence that unites us all through our affirmation of oneness. The power of Christ's love now releases me from any sense of separation from spirit or others. There is only one presence and one power in my life as in the universe, the all-loving goodness of God. And so it is. Amen.
Oh, it's my turn again. Okay, here I am. Yay. Okay, we're going to do a little musical meditation. So get comfortable again. There's only one power and one presence. And as we know, there is only one of us. And we are spiritual beings having a human experience. And because that's so, and we have bodies, spirit doesn't have a body. So we get to experience being human for spirit. We get to see for spirit, taste, touch, feel, hear. We get to do that for the spiritual aspect of the all in all. That we have a body in the physical form. And there's one other thing that we have that spirit doesn't have. We have the gift of free will. So we are responsible for our choices. This is called the universal voice. And that's one way to access our power, our choices, our answers, is to go within and listen for that still small voice. We are always at choice when we tune into the universal voice, but it takes discipline to listen into the universal voice. Now, it doesn't take discipline for some people because they practice this. And there's a universal choice. It's the love in the universal voice, but it takes discipline to listen into the universal voice. The universal voice is still and small. The universal voice answers every call. This comes from within, below and above, as the sacred sound of love. universal voice brings us knowing. The universal voice keeps us growing. The universal voice sets us free to roam to the universal sound of Om. And we're going to Om 3 times. Om. Again. Om. One more time. We're going to go into the silence. 1 minute. We are always at choice when we tune into the universal voice, but it takes discipline to listen into the universal voice. Let's try that together. It takes discipline to listen into the universal voice. One more time. It takes discipline to listen into the universal voice. And come on back to the room. Come on back. All right. Good job, everybody. You guys can come in and sit down. And guess what? We have a very special guest that just came in. My husband, James Alexander. There he is. Give him a hand. Okay. Hi, James. He's at Ashokan this week, so he came up. You could sit over here where my phone is. And wasn't that perfect that the daily word today was on prosperity? And today we're having spiritual economics through song. There's going to be some poetry, too. So this whole talk was inspired by an 8-week course I took called Spiritual Economics, based on this fantastic book. Where's Mary? Fantastic book. I actually took the course back in the early 2000s with the Center for Conscious Living in Clearwater, Florida, or I'm living in Sarasota for those that don't know. And I remember I really liked the class. And then it was being offered again at Center for Spiritual Living Cultural Coast in Sarasota. And I was excited about taking it because I did remember how much I enjoyed it. And went to the bookcase. There's my book. Same book. This is it. And I opened the book, and, you know, there were some underlined things. But this time through, like almost every page has stuff underlined. And it's, even though it's the same book, this is not the same book. There's new stuff in here. And so that's when the student is ready, the teacher or the teachings appear. You know, I was more ready to hear it, and I was so inspired by it. So I used to go to Lincoln Center in New York City to hear Eric Butterworth. Anybody here ever gone in to hear Eric? Yeah, I did that back in the 70s and 80s. And it was such a happening, all hundreds of people just going into Lincoln Center to Alice Tully Hall. There's two, because the Science of Mind people met there too. One in Alice Tully Hall and one in, I don't remember right now. But they were there, and I was there. And I was introduced to Eric Butterworth from my friend Rebecca, Winters, who I met in March of 1976 at the S training. Did anybody remember that, the S training? And that thing helped me so much as a 21-year-old to know that we create our own reality, what we see is a reflection of what we are, and distinctions like between wants and needs. It was really powerful. So I met Rebecca, and I'm still in contact with her. And so I was so grateful. It was on Easter Sunday that year. I think it was April 7th, 1976. And I go into New York because I lived in New Jersey. And here she comes looking beautiful with an Easter bonnet. And I have this really nice memory. And then seeing Eric Butterworth. And so this book was so inspirational that it took me forever, pretty much, to get through because I was so inspired. I kept putting down the book and writing haiku poetry. I've become a haiku poet over the past maybe 5 years or something. And it just took me forever to get through this book. So I'm going to be reading some of my haiku poems as well. And so what I did was I took the book, and there's all these different chapters and spiritual ideas and maybe laws. And I just took my favorite, I think 6, I call them ideas from the book. And so idea number 1 is God is everywhere present. God is everywhere present. Yeah. There it is. Can we say that together? God is everywhere present. Or you could say God is all there is too. That's that spiritual principle. It's major in New Thought philosophy. Not only is God everywhere present and in everything, it's not just in everything, it is everything. Every molecule, every cell, atom, proton, neutron, they're all made of the same energy. We've all heard that. Everything is energy, and energy could be another word for God, source, infinite wisdom, higher power, whatever is the God, goddess of your understanding. It's made of the same presence, essence, substance. And that's where we get to express for spirit, as I had mentioned earlier, where we uniquely express being human for God by means of us. Now, here's a couple of haiku poems. Do everybody know what haiku is? Maybe I should explain if you're not sure. It's 3 lines. It's a Japanese poetry form. 3 lines. The first line has 5 syllables. The second line has 7 syllables, and the third line, 5 syllables again. And it's so much fun for me to have to make these ideas fit into that form. I call it the 5-7-5. And it also helps create neural pathways in the brain because thinking about it in different ways. And sometimes, I'm blah, blah, blah. Oh, that's 4 syllables. Well, I am, but that's 5. I could use that. So just having to go through every single syllable creates a different kind of learning. So I have one life coursing through a divine appointment in human consciousness. And the good I'm seeking is my God. God is my life. Health, strength, and support. And so I'm going to read a little bit. I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. Okay. One life coursing through a divine appointment in human consciousness. One life coursing through a divine appointment in human consciousness. I am going to talk a lot about consciousness and awareness. And the good I'm seeking is my God. God is my life, health, strength, and support. So, right here, Eric Butterworth says, you are a living magnet, constantly drawing to you the things, the people, and the circumstances in which you are in accord with your thoughts. And there's more. I could read the whole book. I love the book so much. Your personal welfare begins with your consciousness. It is not what happens on Wall Street. It is not the state of the economy. It has its inception in the state of your mind. You can be prosperous when business is poor. You can be and you can experience financial difficulties even when business is booming. By your thinking, you are either adding to your good or you are taking away from it. The law is inexorable. Failure or lack in your life is simply the result of continuously minusing yourself. Oh, I'm stupid, whatever. You know, things we tell ourselves. And conversely, success and prosperity are the results of constantly plussing yourself. I'm a divine being, I'm beautiful, I'm healthy, I'm all that stuff. And those are good habits to get into, and to say them to yourself, well, I should look in the mirror. That's pretty powerful. So he continues, are you dealing in minuses or pluses? It is that simple. Your negative thoughts of fear and worry are depleting your good faster than inflation erodes the value of the dollar, and your positive, optimistic thoughts add to your good more dramatically than compound interest increases your bank account. So back in the 70s, you know, I've been a professional full-time musician since 1979, but even before that, I used to sing this Billie Holiday song, and it went, them that's got shall get, them that's not shall lose. So the Bible says, and it still is news. Mama may have, Papa may have, but God bless the child that's got his own. It's got his own. So I had no idea what I was singing about, and it talked about the Bible. Well, here's the Bible verse from that. It says MT 25:29 KJV. I don't know. I'm not a Bible person. So anyways, it says, for unto everyone that hath shall be given, and he shall have abundance, but from him that hath not shall be taken away even that which he hath. So what that means is it's in our conscious awareness. If we are understanding and trusting and affirming that God is all there is, and I'm one with that, and I am prosperous. And like we said today in the Daily Word, prosperity doesn't just mean money. It means what? You're healthy. Wealthy. Now, the word wealthy actually means well-being. I have well-being. Say that, you know, if you're finding it challenging. Think about what you have to be grateful for. You know, put yourself in that plussing place. And, you know, if you're minusing yourself, just find something else to think about. Go for a walk in nature, you know? And so my friend Rebecca that I had talked about a little while ago, back then, you know, in the late 70s, and I remember we're in a diner in Whippany, New Jersey, and I'm sort of complaining about being this poor folk singer. You know, well, I'm so poor. She goes, never say you're poor. Like, whoa, oh, really? She goes, yes, that's a state of mind, but you could say you're broke. I'm broke just means I don't have money. I'm not poor. It's a state of awareness. It's so powerful. And now this is a quotation I have from Eric Butterworth, but I also heard somewhere that Charles Fillmore said this, quote, it's a sin to be poor. Because the poor means you have poor thoughts about yourself, and you create that lack. You don't deserve, I'm unworthy. You know, all those conscious and unconscious thoughts become reality if we have them enough. So I wrote this haiku poem. I may have been broke, but I have never been poor. Conscious awareness. I'll say it again. I may have been broke, but I have never been poor. Conscious awareness. And so I have a song that goes with that. And we had the universal voice. So now we have in the universal realm. I need this up here. Okay. And there'll be a part we're going to do some more ohming. You know, that is the universal sound of creation. So if you find yourself, you know, saying prayers or wanting something, do some ohms, see what happens, you know, because you're tapping into that, not just with your thoughts, but with your body vibrating, you're embodying the thoughts when you ohm. I'm in the pool and I'm doing these exercises. I'm like, Om 1, Om 2, like up to 25, and that's on all parts of my body. I Om like probably for about 15 or 20 minutes every day I sing or swim. So many songs have been written in the pool. And this is, do we have the lyrics? I think I sent them. Yes, no? No, okay. This is like a little kirtan, so part of it, the verses, so I'll sing. In the universal realm where we live and have our being, the whole of spirit is present everywhere. In the universal realm where we live and have our being, the whole of spirit is present everywhere. One more. In the universal realm where we live and have our being, the whole of spirit is present everywhere. Now we're gonna go, oh, oh. Let's do it. I may have been broke, but I've never been poor. I rely on spirit, it's my inner jewel. I may have been broke, but I've never been poor. I rely on spirit, it's my inner. One more. I may have been broke, but I've never been poor. I rely on spirit, it's my inner jewel. Oh. Oh, oh, oh. True prosperity for you and me. When we open up, we see that we are free. God works through eternity, not doing for me, but as me, by means of me. Oh. In the universal realm where we live and have our being, the whole of spirit is present everywhere. In the universal realm where we live and have our being, the whole of spirit is present everywhere. Oh. True prosperity for you and me. When we open up, we see that we are free. God within is always there. Look inside and know it's right here. One more time. Good job, everybody. Okay. Yeah, you could clap. I like it. All right, we're going to move on to principle idea number 2, the principle of abundance. Set this down, please. It's going to be easier over here. Okay. We live in an abundant and giving universe. Just look at how nature is constantly giving of itself. I like the example of an oak tree. Like, I have this gigantic oak tree that, the circumference of it may be bigger than this red carpet here. It's huge. And it used to canopy my entire house. I had natural air conditioning, but the threat of hurricane took care of that because the tree was failing. But for years and years, that thing would give off every year maybe 1,000 acorns. And that giant thing came from an acorn this big. right? How does that happen? How does something this big turn out to be this gigantic tree that every year gives off 1,000 or so, maybe more, acorns? And when I think about that, and this was a laurel oak, so they don't only live to maybe 75 or 80. So the tree was really, my house was built in 47, so it was coming to a close. Now I have solar panels, and I like the tree better, I think. But just that idea of that constantly giving, and then the potentiality of each acorn that could become the same gigantic tree. So that sort of puts me in the feeling of maybe infinity, just it's infinite, it keeps giving. It's called the law of life. How does this cut on your hand or your body, how does it heal? How does a baby grow? This is the constant giving. We live in an abundant universe. And prosperity is a way of thinking and being. It's not something we get. The word affluence literally means an abundant flow. Fluency, flow, affluence, an abundant flow. So you could be affluent, and it doesn't mean that you have lots and lots of money, but all your needs are met. All my needs, I say that a lot, all my needs are met and more. And so here's another haiku poem. The economy is just a barometer of our consciousness. The economy is just a barometer of our consciousness. So it's true, it's like there's this creative conscious awareness, but there's, it's different people have different ideas. So right now, we got what we got, but we have the power to shift and move. And so here is, I love this. This is a quotation right from the book. Quote, "The kingdom that is within you, which is your very own inlet, may become an outlet to all there is in God. Claim your inheritance of abundance." You are entitled to the support of God, substance in everything to which you give your mind or hands. I love this. Let go of the belief in the grace of poverty and the subconscious sense of guilt in having things. Anybody ever feel like that? Let go of that. He says, let go of that along with feelings of unworthiness, attitudes that have such a detrimental influence upon human consciousness. Claim your inheritance. Let's say, I claim my inheritance. I claim my inheritance. Yay. Here's 3 more haiku poems. I'm rich in spirit by reason of spiritual inheritance. Yes. I'm rich in spirit by reason of spiritual inheritance. Yes. The wheel of fortune is the ever-present God. It's an inside job. The wheel of fortune is the ever-present God. It's an inside job. That's a good thing to know, that our life is an inside job. Living a charmed life, knowing I deserve it all, spirit then responds. I deserve, I'm worthy, I deserve. So we're going to move on to idea number 3. Your fortune begins with you. Is that up there yet? Okay, let's say my fortune begins with me. My fortune begins with me. Our point of power is always in where? The present moment, here and now. This is where we are free to make choices that support or deny our desires. Conscious awareness is key. This is being conscious, aware of what we're thinking and feeling. Thoughts create feelings. Did you ever hear somebody say, or say yourself, oh, a feeling just came over me? That isn't true, because feelings are caused by thoughts, whether they're conscious thoughts, unconscious thoughts, beliefs that we don't know we have, but they're part of what we call race consciousness. It means the human race, we're born into certain attitudes that we can shift and change, but a lot of times we don't even know we have that. And so thoughts, yes, a feeling just came over me, yes. The feelings are caused by our beliefs, which are then unconscious, beliefs. And according to Abraham Hicks, any Abraham Hicks fans here? A few? Yeah, they're one. If you have a chance to listen to their YouTubes, watch their YouTubes, they're fabulous. I've heard every single situation when people ask questions, and the answers are always like, yeah, wow, I never thought of it that way. Yes, yes. It's fostering the law of attraction, like knowing how we're thinking and feeling and what we want, and to align our thoughts and feelings with those things. So according to Abraham Hicks, a belief is just a thought we keep thinking. A belief is just a thought we keep thinking. That's why affirmations work. A belief is just a thought we keep thinking. And it could be a truth, or it could be a lie we keep hearing over and over again, and people start to believe it. Find better feeling thoughts. If you find yourself going down the rabbit hole of, oh, I don't like this person, go for a walk in nature. Take a nap, meditate. Just see if you can shift that. I'm just telling you this, but I'm telling myself this too. Because better feeling thoughts can become manifestations, also known as a demonstration of our thoughts and our feelings. So here's a song. I wrote this a long time ago, but it works well with this, and it's called Thoughts Become Things. I wrote it, I remember it was 2008, and it was on the fall equinox. But I have to get a sip of tea first. And it's called Thoughts Become Things, and that was one of the mantras from the movie The Secret. Remember that movie, The Secret? The guy, Tut, had his idea was thoughts become things. Summer into fall, winter into spring. Listen to the call, the thoughts become things. Thoughts become things, I let my wishes ring. I'm awakening, the pendulum swings to thoughts becoming things. The blessings they can bring, aware that I'm aware. My thinking is a prayer, my thinking is a prayer, my thinking is a prayer. Thoughts become things. My wishes sing. I'm affirming now, God's declaring how each and every hour I tap into the power of universal law. It brings a state of awe. The magic of the mind is out of space and time, out of space and time, out of space and time. I'm opening. I'm awakening. Thoughts become things, the pleasures they can bring, the treasures of a king. I am one with everything. 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 Summer into fall, winter into spring. Listen to the call, the thoughts become things. 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 Choose good ones. Okay, idea number 4. In the flow of God, a giving spirit. Quote, the goal should not be to make money or acquire things. I mean, you could do that too. There's nothing wrong with it. But the goal should be, according to Eric Butterworth, to achieve the conscious awareness through which the substance flows forth when and as you need it, end quote. Love that. So, we talk about electricity as an invisible current. We can't see it, but we see the effects of it, and we know it's real. So I have a haiku poem. Electric current is invisible to us. We can't deny it. And money or affluence doesn't have to be in form. It's also an invisible force, and that's why it's called currency. like electric current, right? And here's more haiku. Handle currency with a joyous attitude to get in the flow. Handle currency with a joyous attitude to get in the flow. Oh, I have some more here. Okay. I trust the allness of the infinite supply. Spirit is my source. I trust the allness of the infinite supply. Spirit is my source. Here, in a nutshell, giving way to divine flow is in consciousness. Here, in a nutshell, giving way to divine flow is in consciousness. It's not what we are giving to, it's what we are giving divinely from. It's not what we are giving to, it's what we are giving divinely from. And then Eric Butterworth says, we can't outgive God. And money is God in action. It is a flow. And when the flow is blocked, he says, something's got to give. Just start giving to give, you know, and it doesn't even have to be money. It could be let somebody in the traffic. You know, I had this experience in 1998 in California. I still think about it. It affected me. I'm driving down, I'm on my way, I was at a Silomar, driving to Carmel, on this road, and there's traffic going south and coming north. And then I came to, there was a road off to my right, and there was a woman waiting to make a left turn and head north while I'm heading south. And just as I got there, there was a little break in the traffic, so I let her go, and she makes that left turn, and she goes like that. I'm still talking about it, how many decades later, and now when somebody lets me in traffic, I just blow kisses, and it makes me feel good, you know, even just to smile at somebody. Just when somebody that we may be judging, you know, that person isn't very attractive, or we don't even know we're judging, but we're, smile, and when that person smiles, like the room will light up. I've had that happen so many times. So we're going to do this song called Something's Gotta Give. I think I have some help on this, yeah? Okay, so begin the flow. It's the universal law of circulation. So what we give, we get. What we get, we give. It's this. Okay. All right. And this is kind of like a Buddy Holly song I wrote, a new thought Buddy Holly song called Something's Gotta Give. Oh, we have the words up there for the refrain. Okay. And Key of A. Something's gotta give if we truly wanna live in a world where we all grow. Something's gotta give if we truly wanna live in a sacred, abundant flow. Let's try that together. Something's gotta give if we truly wanna live in a world where we all grow. Something's gotta give if we truly wanna live in a sacred, abundant flow. Good job. Giving of itself is the universal start, creating a perfect setting. What I gotta give comes straight from my heart. It is love and light and blessing. Something's gotta give if we truly wanna live in a world where we all grow. Something's gotta give if we truly wanna live in a sacred, abundant flow. I release what no longer serves, creating the perfect setting. Opening to grace brings me what I deserve from the place within my knowing. Something's gotta give if we truly wanna live in a world where we all grow. Something's gotta give if we truly wanna live in a sacred, abundant flow. One more time. Something's gotta give if we truly wanna live in a world where we all grow. Something's gotta give if we truly wanna live in a sacred. Let's do it one more time. there's just a couple more small things. Big things, small. Oh, yeah. Idea number 5, distinctions in tithing practice. According to Butterworth, there are distinctions around the concept of tithing. If we give to get, that's not real giving. Now you can do that, and you can start tithing, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to give, and I'm going to give. But it's a good practice to get in. Just if you have a tithing practice, just understand that it's the law of circulation. It does come. But if you're doing it only for that reason, it's okay. Practice anyway. And the history of the tithe, which translates to the word 10, is a giving of 10% of income, crops, or whatever is earned or accumulated. And it was a requirement. So it's really like a tax. And some people guilty of not giving the full share of what, their income or their crops or whatever it was, some of them were put to death. So, that's, when you give to give, it's different from, oh, if I don't give, I'm going to die. So I can read you this on page 180 because he says it's an excellent practice that we strongly recommend to anyone who is seeking to change his or her life from indigence to affluence, or from feeling I don't have enough to, I want more, because you create space, you give, and then space is created, and more has a chance to get in. Here it is. Okay. Jesus is never quoted in support of tithing. Isn't that interesting? Never. It says it right here on page 184. It's important to note that Jesus was very specific in his teaching of the law of giving. Note that we are drawing a definite distinction between the practice of tithing and the spontaneous process of giving, but they're both fine. They're both fine. He says, give, you know this one, give and it shall be given unto you, good measure pressed down and shaken together and running over. Shall men give into your bosom, for with the same measure that you meet withal, it shall be measured to you again and again. So, when I realized that, wow, it's not a requirement, it isn't a requirement. It's a giving, and I had been thinking about increasing my tithe to my center in Sarasota, and I just upped it by 50%, and it just comes out. The bank knows, they just send the money every month. I don't even notice it's gone. I recommend that practice because I don't have to write out a check. It says, here you go. And I'm thinking about increasing it again, so I'll let you know next time I come back if I did. So, yes, a giving attitude. And we could also tithe things like I said, let people in traffic, let them in, and just have that giving spirit. Do the little random acts of kindness is really good too, and it makes you feel good too, right? So that's part of that circulation and that flow. So we're going to move on now to a song. And how many people here buy lottery tickets? Okay, in Sarasota, I do the pick 6. I did it in New Jersey. I have my numbers, and so I spend $6 a week. I buy a double ticket on Wednesday. Oh, single ticket's $2, a double ticket's $3, and then I do the same thing for Saturday. And then I can go and check. But the thing is, I buy the ticket, or I'm thinking about it, and it's like, oh, wow, it's up to $6 million, whatever it is. What are we going to do with that? And then, we already know how we're going to spend the money, right, James? We have definite things we're going to do, and we're planning for it, not really attached. But what I notice is that when we plan to have this huge gift come, it feels good. Makes me feel better, it raises my vibratory rate. And then in Florida, the lottery machines, I'll go in, and sometimes I'll win a free ticket, and I don't know what's in, so I'll go in, and I'm like, I think I have a winning ticket. And then the machine, if it's a winning ticket, if it's a ticket or $1 million or whatever, the machine goes, da 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 da, and I'm there, come on, da da da. And, a spiritual principle is what you think of me is none of my business, right? So I don't care what people, and it makes people laugh sometimes, it's just really fun. Da, 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 come on, come on. But the thing about it is, if I don't win the money or the ticket or whatever, and when I win a ticket, I'm like, I won. If I don't win anything that day, I get to contribute about $300 a year to education in Florida, which is very important, right? Education. We don't want to try ignorance. So I have this little song I wrote called Lottery Ticket. Let me have another sip. It's just a little short song. It goes, every time I buy a lottery ticket, I am a winner. I am a winner. Every time I buy a lottery ticket, my heart's a glimmer. My heart's a glimmer. My vibration's risen and it's given me such a feeling, a realization, transformation's healing. Oh yes, it's healing. Every time I buy a lottery ticket, I am a winner. I am a winner. Every time I buy a lottery ticket, my heart's a glimmer. My heart's a glimmer. Lottery ticket. All right, so there's one more little song. Okay, idea number 6. Green side up. This was my favorite idea from Eric Butterworth. The section marked green side up. So here's $1, all right. So it's green, right, with the face on it, George Washington, or any doll, any paper money. But if you turn it around, see how much more green? And I don't give a damn about a greenback dollar. That's what he's talking about, the greenback dollar. And but on the back of all the paper money, and then I checked, and it's on the back of all the coins too. It says right here, "In God we trust." So, what he says to do is, when you're paying somebody in cash, give them the money with the green side up, because this "In God we trust" reminds us to bless the money and the person that's receiving it. So I was in the Circle K. Right after I learned this, I was so excited about it. I was in the Circle K getting a cup of coffee, and there's just me and the cashier, this woman, and I said, I have to tell you this. I just learned this thing, and and it says, "In God we trust," and when I give it to you, I'm blessing the money and I'm blessing you. And she goes, I needed to hear that today. And then the same thing happened at the Delicatessen in Randolph. I did that too, but it was just so much fun. So here's a song that's called Green Side Up, and I'm going to teach you the little chorus. You have it? Did I put it? It's easy. I'm a song leader. So we're going to, and one more thing. I grew up in a nursery school. My mother had Silverland Nursery School, and then she had daycare too. After a while, she had to do that for like 32 years. And we had this 6,000 square foot farmhouse. So we lived there, and there was a nursery school. And she had about 50 kids at a time. I mean, it was a real school. She had accredited teachers, all that. She was amazing, my mom. We called her Tops Silver. And she was a songwriter too, so this is sort of an homage to my mom. So it goes like this. Everybody? Green side up when you put your money down. Can we try that? Green side up when you put your... But wait a minute, we got to have the hand motions too. Remember we already did World Clap Day? One hand. Green side up when you put your money down. Green side up when you pass it around. Green side up when you're paying for your stuff. Green side up, it says, in God we trust. One more time. Green side up when you put your money down. Green side up when you pass it around. Green side up when you're paying for your stuff. Green side up, it says, in God we trust. All the paper money in America has a message for each one of us. All the paper money in America has the message, in God we trust. Green side up when you put your money down. Green side up when you pass it around. Green side up when you're paying for your stuff. Green side up, it says, in God we trust. There's a blessing to the person you hand the money to. There's a blessing that comes right back to you. All the paper money in America has a message for each one of us. All the paper money in America has the message, in God we trust. Green side up when you put your money down. Come on. Green side up when you pass it around. Green side up when you're paying for your stuff. Green side up, it says, in God we trust. Green side up, it says, in God we trust. Green side up, it says, in God we trust. And so it is. Okay, Roger. Guess what time it is now?
It must be offering time. So you get to practice. So let's, while the baskets are being ready, the butterfly nets, let's say together our offering blessing. Divine love flowing through me.
Blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give,
And all that I receive. We are blessed to know that Spirit is our source.
Thank you, Father, Mother, God. So it is. Amen.
All right, we're going to sing Mark Shepherd's song here for offering. Well, you guys can bring the baskets around.
Before we do that, about the green money and blessing
Yep.
the person, if you noticed on your way in, or if you came in that way, Reverend Ferry Elaine has things to exchange for green things coming in. So
Venmo or PayPal. Checks.
Stand up if you like.
I am grateful for the people who challenge me to grow, and for all the friends who I may not yet know. I am grateful for the lessons that I thought were mistakes, that looking back were really very lucky breaks. I am grateful. I'm grateful. I'm grateful for you. I'm grateful. Yes, I am. I'm grateful. I'm grateful for you.
And I am grateful for the food on my table and the water that enables me to stay strong and able. Sing it with me. I'm grateful for the people who wrote the books I read that helped me through my days and nourished me like bread.
I am grateful. Yes, I am. I'm grateful. Yes, I am. I'm grateful for you. Each and every one of you. I'm grateful. I'm grateful. I'm grateful for you.
invite our offering to come forward, and Elaine's going to say a little blessing on the offering, right? Would you do that?
There's only one power, one presence, one spirit, filling us up with the idea and the truth that we live in an abundant universe. And these funds that have just come in and that are continually coming to Unity of Albany continue to prosper and grow the center and bring more and more people into this luscious space. And I'm grateful to know this for each one here. We can know it for each other. We can know it for the world, for the universe, for everyone. And as I release my word now to the law, I know that this is done, and together, so it is. Blessed be. Amen.
All right. We have a prayer protection to do together before our closing song. So together we say, the light of God surrounds us, the love of God enfolds us, the power of God protects us, the presence of God watches over us, and the mind of God guides us, the life of God flows through us, the joy of God uplifts us, the strength of God renews us, the beauty of God inspires us. Wherever we are, God is,
And all is well. I like that. I'm going to add that.
Isn't that good?
Yes.
That's from James Dillon Freeman.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, isn't that wonderful? We can sit or stand. This one is called Shine, Shine On. And the chorus goes like this. Shine, shine on. Shine, shine on. We are human spirits aligned to shine. So shine, shine on. Shine, shine on. Shine, shine on. We are human spirits aligned to shine. So shine, shine. One more time. Shine, shine on. Shine, shine on. We are human spirits aligned to shine. So shine, shine on. We are made of light, shine on. Like the sun so bright, shine on. We are made of love, shine on. Like the moon up above, shine on. Come on. Shine, shine on. Shine, shine on. We are human spirits aligned to shine. Shine, shine on. We are made of joy, shine on. Every girl and boy, shine on. We are made of love, shine on. Everyone, shine on, shine on. Shine, shine on. Shine, shine on. We are human spirits aligned to shine. Shine, shine on. We are the energy of community. We are the symphony of humanity. Shine, shine on. Shine, shine on. We are human spirits aligned to shine. So shine, shine on. It feels so good to shine on. Get the neighborhood to shine on. Get America to shine on. Get the whole wide world to shine, shine on. Shine, shine on. Shine, shine on. We are human spirits aligned to shine. Shine, shine on. We are human spirits aligned to shine. So shine, shine on. Shine, shine. One more. Here it goes. Shine, shine on. Yay!
Thank you, Elaine. Great to have you with us again. Come back at 7 tonight for another dose of Elaine Silver. 7 o'clock.
I'll see you at the table if you want.